Now I've got 3 clips of an evening primrose blooming for you on this video. This first picture, a still shot on my macro lens of 4 sepals being held together just at the end, and you can see the yellow petal right in the middle slowly unfurling. You see the nice hairs on the outside with the little bits of oil at the bottom of each hair. Now the plant is pumping water into those petals, those yellow petals in the middle. So those petals are getting bigger and bigger, and those 4 sepals on the outside are just barely held together right at the tip. And bam, there you go. Those petals pushed out just enough to push those sepals apart, and they retract right back to the stem. Now once they're open, it's going to look like this. You're going to have like spiderweb looking pollen sitting everywhere. Those are the pollen grains sitting on the vicin threads. Now here's a closer shot of all the pollen grains on the evening primrose. I really like this shot. You can see the shape of each pollen. They're like triangular. Now this footage is in real time. I did not speed these clips up. The flower opens up almost fully within 10 seconds. The contrast is a little high, but if you look close, you can see those vicin threads holding the pollen everywhere. Looks like a spider has been around in there spinning a web. Now once your evening primrose is about to bloom, it starts at like 3 in the afternoon all the way up until 10 o'clock at night that they're opening. That's why the common name is evening primrose. They bloom from mid-afternoon all the way up until past dark. Now here's a primrose moth. I caught these guys on the evening primrose every day. Once they started blooming, I saw these pink moths all over the evening primrose. Now the evening primrose is a host plant to these primrose moths. This is the only plant that these moths will lay their eggs on. Now I thought you'd really like to enjoy this shot. Just the eyes on that bugger. Now here are the 7 species of Oenothera here in Maine. Now these videos were Oenothera biennis at the top. This is definitely the most common species in the state. Oenothera nutans down there in the middle, it has no observations on INET. I'm actually not sure if it's in the state, but according to BONAP, all 7 of those species are here in Maine. Now here is a related member. This is Epilobium, in the same family, Oenograceae, as the primrose. You see some similar structures here, the 4 petals. But they have a totally different seed dispersal mechanism. So the Epilobium here, you see the seeds are like lined up on these like slingshot. There's like a V shape, and the seeds are suspended on pappus between each of those, and the wind will pick them up and they'll get thrown away. As compared to the evening primrose here, now there's just like a little urn with 50, 80, 100 seeds in every one of those pods. And if you look right down into that pod, there's probably 20 seeds in each one of those 4 cavities, right down the seed pod. Now here's another related family of Cercia. Now these are called Enchanter's Nightshade. Even though it's not a true nightshade, it's another Oenograceae, close to the evening primrose. And another seed dispersal mechanism here is those hairs on the side are like Velcro. They're curled back like Velcro, and they stick all over your shoelaces, all over your pants. Now, on my recent trip down to Argentina, I found way down south at the cone, all the way down the mountains, fuchsia. And you see these at nurseries and garden centers. It's another close relative of the evening primrose, the fuchsias.